And in today's video, I'm going to do a quick channel update for what's happening on this channel moving forward into 2026, and just talk about what I've been doing since January, since the last vlog. So just work really and chilling out on just got back actually yesterday from visiting my family down in Birmingham, sister's 50th, so I got to see family. Also I picked up a couple of books that were down there, Back to the Future trilogy novelizations, so I'll start to read them at some point. But currently, like, I've just finished a book, Stephen King book, which I've done a review for, and now I'm going to be starting my final one in the the Lecter kind of quadrilogy. This one's a bit of a beast, so I don't know how long it's going to take me, but I'm going to be starting this today. Today I'm just chilling out. I'm just doing sweet FA. The first thing I'm going to do though is listen to some music for an upcoming video, because it's Queen's The Miracle album turn for the closer look. So I've got all these to listen to as well as the box set collectors thing. And then I'll film that video probably in a couple of weeks time, to be honest, once I've listened to all this. But majority of today will be taken up starting to read Hannibal. Also, because I got a load of Stephen King books and he is my favorite author, and I do want to do a lot more reading on Stephen King only. So once this is kind of like the last book that I'll read from anyone else before I start to read a lot of Stephen King. And I do actually want to do a video of what books I do have, in case there's one that somebody maybe is going to recommend to read first. So probably in the next couple of days I'll get all my Stephen King books out and I'll go through each one and the versions I have, because there's many different versions of the same book, like different publications. So yeah, but obviously next Sunday it's Fighting Fantasy, where we're going to go live and read the Knights of the Necromancer book, which I'm looking forward to, because spoilers if you haven't seen last week's Fighting Fantasy, it only lasted like 13 minutes and we died like literally very early on. So I kind of feel like shortchanged. So I'm hoping Night of the Necromancer we're going to live a bit longer, because that was very short. As well as that, I am starting a tour in P3D for South America. Filmed the first episode, and I'm going to start in the next sort of few weeks here and there filming more as I go around the whole continent to all the airports that I've got. You're right, Jacob, how's it going? And so I will build up a video list of those flights, and when I get about 7 or 8, then I'll start to share them to YouTube. But that's probably going to be in the next sort of couple of months. Nothing really quick. All right, Olivia, how's it going? How's it going? But the one thing I can't wait, and I'll tell you, I cannot wait for this, is in the next month of March, my favorite band Queen are going to be releasing this album, right, as a massive box set collector's edition, much in the vein that they did with News of the World, the Miracles box set, and the Queen 1 box set. I cannot wait for this. It's going to come out March the 27th, and I'm going to be there, poised, ready to get it, because I cannot wait to have that Queen album, my favorite Queen album, as a reimagined box set with loads of unheard sessions and other songs that they were working on but never finished. And yeah, I just cannot wait. Currently, I'm waiting for Brian May, because he said he was going to do an unboxing of that, and I'm not really into unboxing videos. I don't see the point. But for this, I do want to see, you know, what's contained, because there's no information's ever been released yet. It's like it's going to be released next month and nobody has a clue what's inside yet. everybody's gonna buy it, or everybody who likes Queen anyway. So yeah, I'm not used to all these people talking during this thing. Are they concerts? There might be a concert thrown in, like an early Queen concert. I mean, I've got loads of bootleg concerts on the PC, so one of those, that was recorded in a much better quality would be awesome to hear. So fingers crossed, it'll probably be the Golden Greer's concert, because that was the kind of one that was, recorded professionally at the time, but it has been released as part of a on-air sessions if you've got the big thick 6-disc set or whatever. I didn't. I got the 3-disc set, so it doesn't have that on there. So yeah. So yeah, I can't wait. Yeah. You're right, Grace. So yeah, so basically today, listening to music, starting to read Hannibal. It's a big thick one, and then I can say goodbye to Thomas Harris and get back to Stephen King. I don't know if you can, you can't see, I do have like Stephen King books up here and up here, but they're hidden behind all that other shit. So I'll be going through the Stephen King books I like, because he's my favorite author. But other than that, it's, to be honest, I got a lot of organizing to do in here. This room needs a massive organize. Look at all this shit piled high. I feel like a hoarder, but I need to really sort some stuff out. Like, I've got a little tour of this room. Like, I've got here this bookshelf, which is my laser discs and my records. And then it has some more down here, which you can't really see. But then moving on, here is a stack load of DVDs that are like almost 10 rows high. That's where the bulk of my collection is, but in all honesty, I've still got loads more in boxes, so I need to get another one of those units to put in. Actually, I've just noticed the door's open. I better close the door. I've got to get another one of those units to put in, because it's just, I've got so many films that are really needing more shelves, basically. So yeah, but what's everybody out there been doing? What have you guys been doing? And I can't think of anything else to say, really. I've gone on my where I work, and there's not much overtime going, so I'll have more time this week to do book reading, flights, maybe play a little bit of Arc Raiders, maybe. I played that to death in the last 3 weeks. I think I got it about 3 weeks ago, and I've played it. I've played about 50 hours worth. But I do want to play some more, as well as that, like all the other video games that I've got. But it's just having the time, to be honest, for what I'm interested in, because yeah, a lot of hobbies, but the time is, I think my life is more suited to being retired, to be honest, because I've got that many hobbies. I definitely will not be short of things to do when I'm retired, Anyway, I'm now going to go off and listen to this album for an upcoming video, and then do some reading to try and start to get through. One thing I want to do, actually, and I have got it back here. We move Innuendo out the way, because that's the next album I'll be doing. But this little book here, it's evidently, this book has got like 1,200 pages. Let's have a look. Well, actually, it's actually got 912. I don't know, maybe this is a shortened edition or something, but I saw this guy on YouTube read this book in 7 days. So I thought, yeah, man, that's a good challenge, isn't it? Read a thick book like that in a short amount of time. So sometime in the future, I'm going to tackle this book in like, however many days. And yeah, see what it's like. So that'll be one, But also, I can't wait to read Misery, to be honest. The Misery one as well. Can't wait for that. Tommy Knockers, love that. I have read a bit of that before, but that will be the next Stephen King book that I read later. And I need to get Joyland as well. In fact, there's quite a few books that I need to get, but I will, I'm going to do a Stephen King video of all the ones I've got. I've made a tick sheet here, so I know exactly what I need to get and what I have got. So anyway, that's about it really. Can't think of anything to say. So I'm going to head off now and start my day. Don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, it does mean a lot to me and really doesn't cost you anything but a thumb or a finger prick on the screen to say subscribed. And like the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.